In this particular video, we want to focus on how to run meta ad in 2026, and we'll be using the latest update, the Andromeda update. So let's get into that. By the way, if you have not yet subscribed, do well to do that and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever we release any new video related to advertising, social media content, and digital marketing. Once you have done that, let's get straight into the business of today. So I believe you already know how to come to this particular platform to use the ads manager to some extent. So, but if you don't know how to do that, there'll be a link at the top right or top left or at the description of this particular video on how to, navigate from your Facebook, Instagram down to your ads manager, those kind of things. But I just want this particular video to be straightforward to how to start your ad and publish it in 2026. Now, first of course, click on create. Then now I'll be using a fashion niche for this particular video. Then one thing I have realized with my clients into fashion is that they don't usually sell directly on their website, on any website, especially here in Nigeria. They use direct message or profile visit. Most of the time it's direct message. Now that direct message, for you to select the particular objective, is to select this engagement. Forget about the name that says engagement. When you come in, you will be seeing that the options you have include messenger, for them to message you through messenger, for them to message you directly on Instagram, and for them to message you on WhatsApp. Now for sales, you might be like, I want to use sales. Not wrong, but now one major reason why, if you really understand ads manager, is you know that sales is mostly for those that already have a website. If you have a website, then you now want to sell directly from your website, then you can now use sales objective. This engagement doesn't mean that people chatting you up are only trying to engage with your ad or whatever. No, it means it has different subcategories under the engagement. If you look at your right, you'll be seeing the messenger, Instagram, and WhatsApp. Then you'll be seeing video views, you'll be seeing post engagement and conversion. Those are the subcategory under engagement. Then same thing applies to sales and on and on. Now I'll be selecting this engagement. Then when I'm selecting the engagement, I will not select the messenger, the WhatsApp, and the Instagram message. Okay. Now for me, I don't want to use the loud message campaign, which is you telling AI to do the heavy lifting for you. But for the sake of this video, I want to do everything manually so that you can see everything from start to finish. So I click on continue. Now in running ad, there is the campaign stage, there is the ad set stage, there is the ad stage. The campaign stage is basically where you select your objective, which is this. Now there's nothing much you can do around there except you understand A/B testing and you want to check this button and start doing A/B testing. Except if you are running ad for politics, for real estate, all these things, you can come here, select the category you are running ads for. But if you are not doing none of those, then just skip everything here. You can always rename your ad campaign. I always love to rename mine. I can name this fashion testing or fashion. I already have a fashion testing campaign. I can call this fashion testing 2. Now once I'm done with that, I can come to ad set stage, which is where you choose your interest. Like now you hear a lot about target the right audience. That's what you do at this ad set stage, where you target those interested in fashion, those interested in a particular brand, those interested in a particular fashion magazine, those interested in a particular celebrity into fashion. All these things are inclusive under this ad set. Now you can also select their location, the location you want to focus on. You can also select the age, the gender. Even here you can also select the budget you want to use. So let's get into that Like I always love to rename my campaign, my ad set, my ad. So I can call this fashion brand, but anyway, for the sake of this video, I can just call it fashion brands. Now, this is not the particular page I want to use. I have different pages for different accounts I manage, so I want to use my actual page. Now, next, just scroll down. You can, of course, select your daily budget. I always advise, especially during this Android update, I always advise minimum of 5k, 10k, 20k. You understand? Now, let me explain something about the Andromeda updates. It's not so complicated. The Andromeda update is just telling you that you should do more creative. Like when you come to this ad part, you should create more ad creative, like video, combining video, carousel, combining single image, single video, all those things, combining them and allowing Meta to pick out the right ad creative that gets you the results. And for you to do this effectively, you need bigger budgets than you used to do. You understand? So that Meta can test this particular creative to see which one performs better. That's the idea of the Andromeda update. It's not so complicated, so don't be so into it that you are like scared of the word Andromeda. Okay, so ignore all of those. Now the next thing I want to do, of course, this is a fashion brand. Minimum age usually around 20 years, depending on the target audience the client is going for. Now the next thing you want to do is to click here, so that you can even have more options in terms of choosing the maximum age. And of course, you can also work with this your minimum age, adjust it a little bit more to your own preference. Now the maximum age, I can decide to make it 55, 60, thereabout, depending on your target audience. Now this is where you choose your gender. If you are only targeting women or men, you can come here to select it, or targeting both. For the sake of this video, I'll be doing both. Now detailed targeting, this is where you select the interest of people that you want to see your ad. So for instance, since I'm doing a fashion brand, I'll be focusing on fashion. You understand? I can decide to start with clothing. And one of the beauties about ads manager, if you have not yet noticed, is the suggestions they give you when you are doing your targeting, your interest targeting. They just give you different amazing suggestions. You will rarely see that on Instagram. Even yes, Instagram does that, but they don't give you a lot. Meta Business Suits, they don't do that. They just allow you to crack your head and put the interest on your own. So I can decide to choose clothing. I can decide to, but I want to focus on women's side of the clothing. So I will rather go for dress. So I'll go for women's clothing brands. I'll go for let me select some particular brands. Gucci. So Gucci. Now once I've selected Gucci, they'll give me more brands. I'll just click on here. They'll give me, this always give me more brands. It is okay. What's going on? It's just want to follow my hands. I've boasted about you. Okay, fine. Let's just select another one. Prada. Can you imagine? I just boasted that this thing give you suggestions. Now it's just giving me one weird. Now his senses has come. Now you select Louis Vuitton, select Versace, and the rest of it. So I don't want to make this video very long, so I will stop it there. But of course, go ahead and select more and more. Now another thing, I didn't select location. I just remember that now. I didn't select location. Where's my location? Okay, where is my location? Okay, there. Now, of course, it's not so complicated. The basic places you are running your ad, the places where you want people to see your ad, of course, that's just the explanation. So if you say physical products and you focus on a very specific location. You don't usually distribute worldwide, sorry, nationwide. You can just restrict your the location to that specific place. But if you distribute nationwide, of course, by all means, select those places you distribute to. Now, you can select Lagos, Abuja, Owerri, Abuja, Owerri, Port Harcourt, etc. So I don't want to just go deeply into this particular location. It's very self-explanatory. Now, the one I want to point out is if you don't want to exceed, if you don't want to go beyond the particular location you have manually selected, you can check this one off. You understand? You don't matter to start experimenting in different location. You can just switch off this. But if you don't mind, especially if you sell digital products, you don't mind, you can allow it to be on and allow Meta to, to experiment with different location. You understand? Now, another thing I want to point out is there's something called detailed targeting, where you are telling Meta, I want to target people that are interested in particular fashion. Now, I also want these people to be interested in buying online. I don't want random people. You understand? I want people that are interested in fashion and also interested in a particular thing. You understand? So now this is where you select this define further. Now you can see what it says here, and must also match. That means you are telling Meta you want to target people that match this and also match. It could be online shopping or something else. You saw photography there. Depending on what you are looking for, okay? So the options are limitless, okay? You can even say they also should match first class travel. That means these people, you are trying to sell luxury. You understand? That means these people are interested in Gucci, Prada, and the rest of it, and also match first class luxury. Okay, so those are the options you have. Now, another thing I want that you should also take note of is this advantage plus. Change it to manual. Why I prefer manual is because it gives me the option to prevent my ad from showing to people playing game. Now, when you're playing game, if you're a game fan, you will notice that when you see those ads, you usually don't want to click to them. You of course you are forced to watch those ads, that seconds ad, 1 minute ad, you are forced to watch them, but you have no idea, you have no interest in clicking on those ads. Does it make sense? So that's why I prevent my ad to showing to people like that. As this audience network, I just switch it off. Then another thing I don't want is Messenger. It's still not well organized. It's very tiny, and most of the times people don't click on it. So I don't want to waste my money showing my ads to Messenger. Then WhatsApp is still new, so ads showing on people's WhatsApp, it could be status or whatever, it's still new, so it's still under probability. Depending on your budget, you can decide to leave it on or switch it off. But for the sake of this video, I'll just leave this one on. Or also I will leave the Facebook and Instagram on. Now, depending on your niche, you can decide to only focus on Instagram or only focus on Facebook, or focus on both. It just depends on what you are selling, depends on your platform, the platform you are good at. Okay, now once you are done with that placement, the next thing you want to now do is to create your ad creative. There are two options you usually get. One is the option of imputing your video, your picture, your colors, whatever, directly to your ad. The second option is to choose a particular creative directly from already posted content. Like, for instance, you have posted a content on Facebook or Instagram, you want to now use one of those content and run ad. That option also is there. So now I'll be using that particular option for the sake of this particular ad. Then when I'm not duplicating or I'm creating a new ad for the sake of Andromeda, like I told you, Andromeda, what makes Andromeda very unique is that they encourage us to now create different ad. It could be from your already existing post, or from a totally new creative that you for instance, you publish or whatever. I will be showing you that in a minute. So let me show you from an already existing post. Then I'll select this, then I'll select post, then I'll come to one of my posts. Of course, I don't have any fashion post. I'll just select one. I'll choose this, then I'll click on continue. Then of course, once it normalizes, this error will leave. So let's just normalize. Yeah, it has normalized. Choose your autoresponder, and AI is getting very good at this. The recommendation is usually very good, top notch actually. So you can leave it the way it is, or you can come and edit it. For me, for the sake of this video, I'll just leave it the way it is. Now what you have to now do is to now create a new ad. Like I told you, ad is where you do all your ad creative, your ad copy, your video, whatever. That's what you do. Now you can come to this ad set. Remember, this to my ad set. Then you click on create ad. I want to create a new ad. That means this time around, I will no longer use already existing post. I will now impute a particular video. Now what I want to do is, now I want to use this particular flexible. I want to put both video and picture together, so that it will look like carousel, not like it will look like carousel. It's also carousel, but forget about the name, flexible. So I'll just impute image and video. You can see select image, select video. Now first do 2 images and now do 1 video. So I'll select this, even though they have nothing to do with fashion. Select those 2. Now now select a video. So I'll just select this one because I think the data is low, so it won't take a lot of time to display. So let's see. Now you can see they are displaying like carousel, but I'm using 2 images and a video. Very amazing actually. Now you can put, of course, don't forget to put your primary text and put your headline. Okay, then put your call to action. It can be send message or whatever you want them to do. Now once you're done, of course, come here. You can go with the suggested template, autoresponder, or edit it and do it as you choose. So that's basically it on how to run your ad, how to start, and how to publish. Of course, once you're done with all these things, you can just click on publish and it's good to go. Okay. And by the way, if you want us to handle your ad from auditing it, that is going through what you have done wrong, do have to chat us up on the WhatsApp link attached to the description of this video. Till we see you again, Dalo.